Well, over the last week, high schools across the nation have given permission to their students to ditch class and go protest ICE. Yep. Forget about that education you're going to need for the rest of your life. Just go fuel some hate, would you? Well, those schools have failing academic records in math and English. North Central High in Indiana, 14% of students are proficient in math, 24% proficient in English. Roosevelt High in Chicago, a little bit over 22% proficient in English, with a dismal 7% proficient in math. And at Tolson Union High School in Arizona, 20% proficient in math, 25% proficient in English. That's according to the state's Department of Education Comprehensive School Report Card System. And Fresno High School in California, under 10% proficient in math, just under 38% proficient in English. We've reached out to all of these schools for comment. So far, 2 schools have responded. Here we are from Tolson Union High. The district superintendent told Outnumbered, quote, "We provided the full context of our knowledge of the student protest to parents and the local municipalities prior to the walkout. Our teachers are not equipped or authorized to restrain 30 teenagers from walking out of their classroom. The ACT is a college admissions exam, not a proficiency exam. Our schools are all as and BS on A's and B's." Okay, I don't know what they spelled there, but Arizona's comprehensive letter grade system, and one of our schools has ranked nationally as high as 21. A spokesperson from Chicago, the other school system we talked to, CPS allows for students to participate in planned civic actions, including walkouts or protests, for a period of time during the school day, according to CPS guidance. None of them above 50%, Molly. Not one in math or reading.
Yeah, and I think part of the issue here is actually the free speech rights of students. They don't leave their free speech rights completely at the door when they get into the high school, but they're also not supposed to be disruptive. So the school's put in a pretty awkward position. The other thing I think worth noting about this is how deeply impacted America's teenagers are by this issue that's unfolding. What they're protesting in this particular case are ICE detentions. And in some of the schools, there are students that they know that are detained and in ICE and facing a whole new future. You know, it's their friends. So many of them just feel it very personally. And I think that's worth noting and maybe listening a little bit to the students. But at the same time, you can't let it get out of hand, and the schools have to step in before it becomes problematic. In that particular school, they're talking about having a window where students are allowed to participate, maybe get them back in the classroom as quickly, let them blow off steam. I don't know what the right answer is, but I know America's youth are worth listening to, and I think it's a challenge for schools all over the country. But I don't know that a walkout is necessarily going to improve or cause major problems in their math or English. That's probably a greater challenge.
Would you side for maybe a communication inside the classroom, which is what Molly is saying, and offering that as an alternative to a walkout? Do you think those kids would go for that?
No. What are you doing? What is going on? You're basically telling little Billy and Susie from Illinois to Fresno, California, hey, listen, you're dumb as a bag of rocks because you can't do basic arithmetic and reading and English and math, but yet you're going to be a great social justice warrior. Get out there and lean in. That is a recipe for disaster for life. It's a recipe for disaster for the college educators who are saying, we're getting these kids that can't get anywhere near the proficiency levels they need to be prepared to enter college. Look, at the end of the day, I understand the young people's passions, but educators leaning into social justice messages and getting out there makes no sense. If you asked the 7% proficient Chicago kids or the 9.5% proficient kids in Fresno to literally try and compute the percentage ratio of ICE agents on the street to illegal criminal aliens in your community, they wouldn't come in. There's no way they could do it. I just
because
can't
they don't know math.
that these schools continue to lean into
I get
this.
it.
We already learned this lesson. We've got to prepare kids for college. That's the point of high school.
You know, this is tricky, though, because what we've seen here in New York, Kaylee, is that sometimes people are protesting. They don't even know what the signs say. They're out there. They have joined the crowd. And some of these kids were, you know, getting educations $120 grand a year, and they still didn't really understand what the causes. They couldn't find, you know, Palestinians in Gaza and Israel on a map. You've heard me say that. But they were out there and causing disruption. So this could be that, too. So what do you say?
Yeah, for sure. And that is something that we found, that some of these protests are organized, are paid for don't know about the students, but we know that we have seen that in other liberal protests across the country. Look, I think this is purely academics come second to activism. So activism over academics is what we're seeing. In this case, it's ICE. But we should not be surprised because America's children are always sacrificed on the altar of whatever political point the left is trying to make. And we saw this very clearly during COVID. The data was clear. In-person learning is fine for young kids who are barely affected by COVID-19, and yet they kept children home as they tried to make a political point. And research from Arizona State University finds they're only halfway towards recovering academically, and in fact are about 13% down when they looked at fourth grade math proficiency. So we should not be surprised, however, because this is not an aberration saying, hey, academic scores come second to protesting ICE. This is the modus operandi of the left.
Sandra.
You can make the case also for gender changes and
there you go.
Boys and girls sports. Look, I think we all have spectacular school teachers in our lives. I know that I'm one of them. I have a sister who works outside the Chicago area, and every single day is a challenge to get kids in the classroom. You ask teachers what is the most important thing, it is to have those kids right there in front of you where they can learn. So to suggest somehow that they're doing so great that they can take time away to go take to the streets, this stuck out to me. This was North Central, a student from North Central High School in Indianapolis, Indiana, who said they can't really stop us from using our voices. And today we did. Everyone did. That's so magical, said the student. And I'm thinking, teachers, listen to what they're saying. They're looking to belong. They're looking to have their voices heard. Funnel that somehow. Take that, do something with that in the classroom. Help them to become incredible speakers, incredible writers about what it is they're so passionate about. But there's certainly something there, too. They're looking to belong to a group, to something, to believe in something, to find that magic. And they're kids, and that's why it's our responsibility as adults to take them and help them prosper.
Yeah, it's an excellent point, and that's what we saw, because these are, teenagers out on these college campuses as well in some instances, too. They're looking for that belonging at that age. Yes. And starting it in the classroom, I mean, I see what you're saying, Molly, to have a discussion, okay, let's talk about what ICE does.
Sure. I do worry about the divisive nature of this particular issue, ICE, and leaving some kids that feel like this is too hitty, feeling no choice but to go out with the rest of the group, even if they disagree with the wider thing. But the teenagers have been holding these protests for gun violence since Columbine. They have important points to be made, but the quicker back in the classroom, the better.
And what happens if your dad works for ICE? What do you do as a student?
And I think that in this particular issue, it's particularly hard for kids that might lean in the other direction. It can be put in an awkward position.
Whatever happened to, I'm sure we all on the couch at some point have been asked to visit a classroom earlier in our careers, maybe, and local news, and come on out and visit. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, bring Daddy ICE officer in.
Look at you.
Trigger the leftist.
Just cooking up ideas on a Friday.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.